Welcome to Revenge Justice, where every wrong finds its payback. This story happened back in the early 2010s, before editing software became fast, before YouTube was packed with creators. Back then, making content was slower, harder, and very few people even knew how to do it. That's when I got hired. A university wanted to jump on YouTube, kickstart their branding campaign, and they brought me in, their content creator. The pay, low, about $2,200 a month. But in those days, it was something. On my second day, my manager slid a piece of paper across the desk. My KPI, 85 videos, 3 to 10 minutes each. 52 weeks, I froze. 85 videos, by myself. That meant writing the scripts, casting people, shooting, editing, mixing the audio. And since the university refused to pay for music, I had to compose my own. Worse, I had to do it all on my own equipment, because their cameras and computers were relics. Too old to even render at 720p. It was impossible. I told my manager. She smiled, like she knew better, and she said, "Don't worry, focus on quality, not quantity." Reluctantly, I agreed. At first, she was nice, encouraging, supportive. But then, she found out something. Something small. Something personal. I smoked. And overnight, her entire attitude flipped. The nitpicking began. "You smell like smoke after your break. You're 10 minutes late, even though I worked 4 extra hours a night. You're unreachable during lunch." Every little thing became ammunition, but I kept working 60 hours a week, 6 days out of 7, because I wanted to prove myself. 5 months in, it happened. The summons, the director's office, my manager already inside, wearing a mask of concern, but with eyes full of glee. My stomach dropped. The director spoke first. She was disappointed. 5 months had passed. 85 videos were due by the year's end, and I had finished only 30. I tried to explain. I told I was alone. One person, doing the work of 10. I reminded them, my manager herself had said quality mattered more than quantity. And besides, my videos were performing better than anything they'd ever put online. But the director cut me off. "The KPI is the KPI. You're behind. We're cutting the cord." And then my manager leaned in, her voice dripping with venom. "We'll hire a professional production house." I saw the director give her a strange look, but she still nodded. "It'll get done. Don't worry." And that's when a light bulb went off in my head. You see, part of my job had been maintaining a database, production houses, contacts, backup resources for when we needed bigger shoots. And I knew my manager had no contacts of her own, none. She'd have to use mine. So before I walked out, I changed the database. Every phone number, every email scrambled, except one, the one where my friend worked as a junior director. I called him, and I told him my plan. I'd show him exactly how to pitch, how to impress them, how to understand their needs better than anyone else. In return, his company would pay me a standard finder's fee, 15%. He didn't hesitate. Within 2 days, they were called in to pitch, and armed with my step-by-step playbook, they were perfect. They landed the contract. But here's the kicker. A production house is expensive. Each video cost 2 to 3 times my monthly salary. But because they had a full team, director, producer, lighting, sound, editing, they could crank out a polished video every 2 or 3 days. In 4 months, they delivered 50 videos for a price tag worth over 100 months of my old salary. And me? I sat back, collected my 15% finder's fee, 15 months worth of pay, in my pocket. I booked a holiday and enrolled in a film school overseas. I thought that was the end of the story. But then, I got the call. A colleague, the same one who had warned me about my manager's hatred for smokers, she was practically laughing down the line. My former manager had been fired. And my director publicly blasted by the chancellor of the university. Why? Because the entire budget was supposed to be a year and a half of my salary, and they had overspent by 10 times. My manager had panicked, desperate to prove herself. She had approved massive spending without permission, and when the numbers hit the chancellor's desk, her career ended, and that is how I walked away. With a year's pay, got my boss fired, and still helped my friend earn a fast-track promotion to full director, all because they underestimated me. The moral of the story? Sometimes you don't need to fight back with anger. Sometimes you just need to stay calm. Plan carefully and let your enemies destroy themselves. And if you liked this story, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Because there are more stories of revenge, justice, and karma waiting for you.